Okay, so the head of the unit just simply slides over. I mean, I've demonstrated this before. See, it's a little bit cockeyed, but I mean, it's in, and it just simply doesn't do anything. I mean, screwing does not work. It doesn't do anything. I mean, if I cock it to the side, it'll light, but it's like, I can just pull it off and push it back on. See, the threadings in the front are smaller than the threadings in the back. As if I try just right, it'll almost try to bite on these. Yeah, like now, it's fairly solid. In the back, see, it'll just slide over for the most part too. I mean, it just slides right over it. Whereas with the front, with the back, obviously it'll screw on like it's supposed to. But the front is just too small. It will not bite the threads on the inside. I don't know what else to say. The threads are not big enough here, or they're not small enough here. Either way, it's just sliding through, as they're not touching. So, I mean, that's it. The back is perfectly fine. I mean, the back will hold itself in all day. The way it's supposed to. But the instant you put a battery in this thing, wherever my battery went, there it is. Put it on, pops off. Put it on, pops off. Put it on, screw it on. Pretend to screw it on because it doesn't engage. Pops off. The threads are not big enough here, or are not small enough here. So, all they do is slide over each other. As I said in the email, or the notice or whatever, the only thing that's really holding this on is the O-ring. See, the O-ring will hold it on. But with the battery, it just shoots it off because the O-ring doesn't actually have anything, doesn't really hold it in. Let's see if I could cock it to the side. Nope. I don't understand why you're telling me to go to the forum or read reviews, because this is obviously what's wrong. It does not work. So I'm at a loss of what to tell you. I can post a question in your forums, but this does not work. This right here, it just goes on and comes right off. You can see the seam right there. It's right up against it. It's not like this is camera play. It does not screw on. Yeah, let's get this Cree. Cree is right there. I'm not spinning it in my hand. Nothing's happening. I'm spinning this. You can see the knurling and the little things going, but it just immediately pulls right off. Threads here are too small to go in here. The back will go over and stop on the threads whenever its threads reach here. Or wait, I'm saying that wrong. The threads on this one, I did it wrong. The threads on this one will go down until it hits the threads on the back. So it shows to me that these are about the same size as far as threading goes, the tail caps. So in theory, the head should be the same size as the tail as far as threading goes. It's a different pitch because this won't actually engage the threads on the back. The head will not engage the tail caps threads, but it will physically run into them and stop. Whereas this, it's supposed to stop whenever it hits the threads. It doesn't. It just goes straight on. And it's supposed to bite because the pitch is correct. I don't know if the pitch is right. It's just that the threads are a different size. The outer diameter of these teeth are smaller than the inner diameter of these teeth. Which means, ta-da, they just go, they don't even touch each other. Which, technically, they would touch each other, but still. Whenever it's perfectly centered, I'm using it as a light. Let's see if I can demonstrate this. Whenever it's perfectly centered, it's not touching. The light is on here. That's all I have to do to get it to work. Just back over. So the threads do not touch whenever you're pushing it in. You cock it to the side, ta-da, the light turns on. So there, this is the flashlight that you guys sent me, and the threads don't engage. And I don't know what you're expecting me to do by talking to your forum or reading reviews, because they're not going to say, oh, well, yeah. They're going to say, oh, I talked to Dealextreme and they told me to talk to the forum and read reviews. So, I don't know what you're expecting me to do other than go, my flashlight is broken. What do I do? Oh, broken's the wrong word. My flashlight was improperly manufactured. It was built off spec. What should I do?